My dear friends, I'm so sorry to don't be with you. That's why I wanted to share with you some ideas by video and to try to be present by this kind of new media. I'm presently in France. I was in Russia a few weeks ago. I'm back in 2 or 3 weeks. So sorry to don't be with you today. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you, Stephanie, for this invitation. And I will try to share with you some idea about what could be digital revolution and what are the big road for the next 10 years in innovation. First of all, everything is coming by data. Data is the new oil. Most of you know it because it's a new business model for a lot of people. The biggest company all around the world are working with data and using data for selling, profiling, targeting people as us or as company. Data are coming by 3 webs. The first one is a traditional one, an old one. The second one is social web. People are putting the data on web, on the cloud, inside the cloud. That's Twitter, Facebook, and all these social media. And the third web, that's the Internet of Things. That's all the things that are connected, that are putting data inside the web to know our habits and to be able to speak together and also to be more clever to help us in the day-by-day life. All these data are used to organize the process, to optimize the process, but also to create new product. Look at Yandex. Yandex created the Yandex Transport, and Yandex Transport is quite amazing. It's simple, well thought, user-friendly, and I'm sorry if some people are close to this French company, but very far from the company who did the same topic for RATP in Paris with quite a mess to use because they want to put everything inside the same application, and it's a huge deal to find the good application and to find the good information you need at the good moment. Because it's a big thing. The big deal is to be able to find the good application, to find the good information inside application at the good moment. The point is we are not searching any more information. That the information is coming to us before we are thinking that we need the information. All these companies, Facebook, Google, small startup or big one, are using this data to optimize the process and to know us much better. To be able to target us not only as the biggest profile or kind of a large profile, but in the day-by-day life, to know our habits, what we like, what we want to do, what is our mood, and everything based on this information, on this data, coming from this web. Presently, just by the way you are using the web, Facebook is able to know, ladies, if you are pregnant before you even know that you are pregnant. They know exactly what kind of relation we can have or we will have with this nice lady or handsome guy we met a few weeks ago, if we will be in position to be more deeper in a relationship or to break with the boyfriend or the girlfriend even before we are thinking about, just by analyzing the data and processing around. Second point, data are coming by 3 webs, and the third web is the Web 3.0. Web 3.0, that's Internet of Things. You know already that Internet of Things is kind of a revolution since years. That's nothing new. What is new is the fact that inside Internet of Things now it's not anymore a revolution to have a connected object. You don't think even to buy something which is not connected anymore. Your TV needs to be connected. Tomorrow your fridge or any kind of new tools will be connected, and it will be something totally normal to be connected. The real point, and we saw it in CES, in Barcelona, in IFA, in Berlin, or we will see that very often for the next big fair in technology. The big point now, let's say the biggest points, there are 2. The first one is the fact that all these connected objects need to speak together. Nest is not anymore this thermostat. Nest is the head of smart home, speaking with Mercedes, Philips, and all these tools around to know exactly where we are, what we are doing, what is happening, and to adapt all the time themselves without speaking and without having any orders from the human persons. It means that all these objects are speaking together without the intervention of humans to try to adapt them, to adapt the temperature, to adapt information, to adapt what we want, depending only on our habits, is the first point. The second point is the fact that these objects are getting clever. I have for that a very, very interesting point of view about what happened to Parrot. Parrot, a very, very big company in drones, was launching the Bebop drone in December, and in January, a very small company, Exoplus, launched the same kind of drone, same quality of picture, of course not as famous as Parrot, but this drone was able, by algorithm, to be launched in the sky and to follow us without the intervention of human, meaning that the cleverness, algorithm, kind of artificial intelligence is now the second big road inside the Internet of Things. Having the good information at the good moment and being able to have a lot of objects, most of the objects connected around us today, and everything will be connected tomorrow around us, means that we need to have the good information coming to us, and we need to be able to control this connected object in case what they are thinking without our intervention is not good. Meanings, interfaces. Interfaces, there are a lot of companies, startups in Russia, of course, but also in Asia, in North America, and in Europe, are working on this process. It will be tomorrow the big deal. What kind of tool, of device will help us tomorrow to have the information getting to us before we need this information, before we need to think about this information, and second of all, how to control this door to open, the light to open, without having a tool for everything. Typically, Apple Watch was launched a few weeks ago now, is clearly this kind of object. You have a lot of other opportunities, but I really think that the movie Her, the fact that we will be speaking tomorrow with kind of artificial intelligence controlling everything around us, helping us, will be the big target in 10-15 years. Look at Cortana from Windows, at Google Now, at Siri, Amazon. Everybody is launching this kind of company application assistant, and that's just the beginning of this big road. And this big road will be very, very interesting, because it means that kind of artificial intelligence will follow us from the car to the house, to the office, to the sport and outside, to be able to interact with us and to anticipate every needs we can have and everything we can have. The last point is the fact that augmented reality will be the big deal, big platform. Just few numbers. Facebook who bought Oculus Rift now 1 year and a half ago, a bit more. Facebook is hiring more than 1,000 people only working on this platform. They already have prepared the fact that people will be able to use this technology. And when you look at what did Microsoft with HoloLens, what is doing some company like Google, okay, Google was not the best one for Google Glasses, but Google Glasses is not done. That's something still in process inside the company. Google put 500 million inside Magic Leap. Magic Leap is a small company, not famous at all for most of the people, not interested about this business. And when you look at what's proposed Magic Leap also, it means that lots of possibilities you will be arriving very soon in e-learning, in any kind of richer experience in retail, of course, but also for the industrial process, for the interaction between robotic and humans. This technology, augmented reality, is something very big. A lot of people are asking me the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality. It's quite easy. Augmented reality is to put a slice between you and the reality, a slice of information, something like giving you on the reality the information about what you are looking at, and being able to interact with this reality and with this information. Virtual reality is making you deep, putting you deep inside something totally virtual. If you are swimming in the middle of the sea with a lot of dolphins around and you are basically present in Moscow, it means virtual reality, because it's not the sea in Moscow and it's not warm at all for the moment. That's a big difference between both, but both technology are very interesting in both ways. You will not anymore learn language the same way. You will not anymore learn, for example, technology, how to use the software, how to do something. History will not be anymore something boring, but you will live the different battles, a good way or bad way. It means that's really the way you will think the link between the brand, the consumer, the information, the people, how people are interacting between that is very new and something open for a lot of possibilities. My last point will be more an economic one. iPhone was not at all a revolution, a technological revolution. The only one revolution iPhone gave us is Apple Store. It means the fact that we are not anymore in the position to own something, but we need just some application to answer some need. It means that the economy is making some mutation, some switch between an economy of property to an economy of use. What is the more important things? To own a car or go from one point to another one? I don't own any more cars since now more than 10 years, and I'm feeling quite well because I have a lot of application, and more when you are looking at Uber, Yandex Taxi for Moscow, and all the same application helping you from going from one point to another one. It's just the beginning of a big process, and this economy of use will be present in any kind of business. The second big point is the fact that we are not anymore thinking products, thinking service on the same way. We are thinking products and service now on something more global. And as you can imagine, platform, these kind of marketplaces, putting in contact different kind of people is a new graal in business and in technological business. Everything is around that. BlaBlaCar is a platform. Apple is a platform. Google is a platform. Amazon is a platform, and everything could be done around this platform topic. It means that we are not anymore thinking a process of product in the same way. We can't have 4 or 5 years for thinking about a product or creating a product and having the process of creation until the moment you will be the product will be on the market. We need to think more global and to think more short timing, meaning it will be done. It needs to be done in something like less than 1 year between the moment you have the idea of the product and the moment the product need to be on the market, and the product need to be more global, helping and using other people and using other developments, exterior intelligence to be more clever and to be more efficient with the markets. Again, thank you for this small moment. I hope to see you in Skolkovo village beginning of June. It will be a big pleasure for me to share some moment with you, some ideas. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you, Stephanie. And as we say in Russian, my Russian is terrible. I'm sorry about. Спасибо большое.